Welcome to my video, Introduction to Linear Equations. What is a linear equation? An equation where the highest order of the variable is 1. The general form would be ax plus by is equal to c, and a graph as a straight line. So let's look at some examples. First, we have the simple y is equal to 3x plus 2, and then we have 6x equal 9 plus 2.42 times y, that's a 6, and then y over 3 is equal to 4 minus x. In this case, x is your variable. It is the first power. Now let's look at some that are not linear equations. So y squared is equal to 3x plus 2. Here, if you solve, the y would be to the half power. And then 6x squared is equal to 9 plus 2.42 times y, not to the first power. And then y over 3 is equal to 4 minus root x. So these are not linear equations because you're not to the variable, it's not to the first power. So we're not going to be looking at those, we're going to be looking at these. Linear equations are typically written in, this is your general form or standard form, ax plus by is equal to c. And the slope-intercept form, which would most commonly be seen as y is equal to mx plus b, where m is equal to slope and b is equal to the y-intercept. That's the most common way you'll see this. Let's just draw a standard line here. Then we'll label some of the points. So here's our generic line. Now when we do the form y is equal to mx plus b, this is our x-axis, our y-axis. The b is the y-intercept, so that's our b, where the line crosses the y-axis. And then our slope, m, is equal to the change in y over a change in x, or the rise over the run. So that's the slope of the line. So solving linear equations. First of all, we simplify both sides. We distribute and combine like terms. We move the x terms to one side, constants to the other. Solve for x. So let's look at the example of 3x minus 5 is equal to 7. So 3x minus 5 is equal to 7. Now we add 5 to both sides. 3x minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 7 plus 5. So now those go away. So we got 3x is equal to 12. That's 7 plus 5. Now we divide both sides by 3. We're doing the like operations to both sides. So x is equal to 4. That's our answer. Now let's check that. So 3 times 4, we're putting it back in this original equation, minus 5 is equal to 7. So that's 12 minus 5. That does equal to 7. So that checks. Next, we will look at graphing a linear equation. There's two ways of really doing this. The first is we start at the y-intercept, 0 and b, and use the slope, the rise over the run, to find the next point or another point, or draw the slope of the line and draw a straight line through the points. So let's look at the example, y is equal to minus 2x plus 3. All right, so let's do where it crosses the y-axis. So y is equal to minus 2x plus 3. So 1, 2, 3, that's going to be our b point where it crosses the y-axis. And then we want to figure out what the slope is. So the slope, m, is equal to minus 2, which is minus 2 is the rise, which in this case is actually a fall. So we go down 2 over 1, so it's right there. So there's our 2 points that determine our line. Now let's get a straight edge here and draw this line. Okay, so that's the line in question for y is equal to minus 2x plus 3. Another method to do this is just going to be to evaluate the function. So we're going to get, let's just do it, x, and then y is equal to minus 2x plus 3. Let's just evaluate that. There's x-axis, y-axis. Let's just pick 3 points, just to make it simple. Let's do minus 2, 0, and plus 2. We just picked 3 random points just to evaluate the equation. So minus 2 times minus 2 plus 3. Minus times a minus is a plus, plus 3. So that's 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. Evaluating at 0, we just get 3. Evaluating the line equation at plus 2, so we're going to get minus 2 times 2 plus 3. So that's a minus. So it's minus 4 plus 3 is equal to minus 1. So we got 3 points here. So x at minus 2, that's that point. We get a plus 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over about right there. And our next point is at 3. That's x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. That's our y-intercept. That's the point from the last graph. And then the next point is x equal to 2, and now we get a minus 1. So let's draw a straight line through those 3 points, see what we get. And voila, it's very similar. It is the same as our last graph to the level of detail that I can draw on this. All right, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.